Let's not let the legitimate desire to help the survivors of Hurricane Sandy trigger a tsunami of federal spending. That's what I want to talk about today. It's very good that John Boehner got the House to extend federal funding for federal flood insurance. Whether we should have that in the future or not is a separate question. In one of our books, we talk about why should we insure second and third homes a second and third time. But those are contracts. They should be honored and should be paid. But now the administration wants $61 billion in new federal spending, and Boehner is going to vote on it on the 15th of January. It's passed the Senate, and it's up to the House now. We all want to help the victims of Hurricane Sandy. That goes without saying. But $30 billion of the $60 billion has really nothing to do with it. $30 billion, half of it, is real aid. It's $5 billion, I think, to food banks, to repair Head Start facilities, for loans to small businesses, a whole lot of really good stuff in there that's very important. But $30 billion of it, half of the package, is just pork. Now, the point is that under the budget deal, in return for raising the debt limit, discretionary spending by federal agencies was cut back. And what Obama is now trying to do is to restore that funding under the guise of Sandy relief. For example, he gives the Justice Department $4 million to fix something or other. He gives the Department of Agriculture gets money. The Homeland Security gets money. A whole lot of agencies that have nothing to do with it. I've even heard, although I've not actually verified, that a new roof for the Smithsonian might be part of that. The whole point here is that there's $26 billion of money that is just line item appropriations for existing federal agencies. And the point is that this is being done outside of the budget process. Normally, when you have to propose spending like this, you either do it as part of the budget process, at which point it falls into the caps that were adopted during the compromise in August of 11, or you get it as an extraordinary appropriation, in which case you have to cut $60 billion other dollars from the budget or generate new revenues so that it's a wash. Now, the argument is that when a disaster takes place, we have to act to help the people. And that's true. And we should be able to move this apart from the budget process and not have to find offsets, but only for aid that's critically needed for Sandy. And that's half of the $60 billion. The other half is just pork, restoring funds to agencies that were cut in the budget deal and using Sandy as an excuse to do it. Now, Peter King, the congressman from Long Island, who's a wonderful guy, a Republican, has been adamant in demanding the Sandy aid bill, and that's fine. But Peter needs to focus on getting rid of the pork and just making it a bill that aids the people that are hurt by Sandy. And Governor Chris Christie, if he can overcome his newfound love affair for Barack Obama that helped re-elect him, needs to also understand that he's being used as an excuse to undo the fiscal reforms of the budget deal of 2011. That deal, which Paul Ryan and Boehner got through, was a wonderful deal. In return for raising the debt limit until the end of this year, it cut over $1 trillion of federal spending, and this rolls it all back for this year using Hurricane Sandy as an excuse. We can't let Obama get away with this. So please write your congressman and sign the petition attached to this video to telling them, yes, help the Sandy relief, but not the pork that's included in that bill. Thanks a lot for watching.